Hey everybody, it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. I kind of lost my voice a little bit. I think it's allergies. Do you guys ever go down a street? I swear, this one street I go down and I start sneezing. What the hell's going on with the street? Why am I sneezing like a maniac? And then it goes away. I don't know what kind of allergies are these, but it's insane. Or I start choking and people are like, are you okay? Are you going to die? I mean, I might. I don't know. I just had to go to the doctors and schedule my colonoscopy. Is that thrilled? Or I'm thrilled with it. Let me tell you. So, but the only good thing about this, let me tell you. I used to drink that gallon of spit they gave me, okay? But now I get something. It's a lot of money. My insurance doesn't cover it, but it's 2 little bottles. And you drink it. It takes 10 seconds. It still works. Believe me, it still works. But yeah, it's not thrilling to go through that. But you know what? I might lose a few pounds. You can't eat for a day. That alone can kill me, not eating. But it's probably a good thing to clean yourself out once in a while. It's a fact of life. You can't really do anything about it. Some people avoid them altogether. I know people that won't get them. So home show season is done. I'm kind of going to miss it, but it's a lot of work and a lot of standing on my feet, and I can't walk. That's what happens when you're old. You can't walk. All right, let me go. Forbes lists the top billionaires. Number 1, Elon. He's the richest one. Although if he keeps hanging with Trump, he might file bankruptcy. According to Forbes, $342 billion and dropping. Number 2, Zuckerberg, $215 billion. Number 3, Jeff Bezos. What's the common theme? These are all ugly guys. They have to be rich. No one will screw them otherwise. Okay. Stocks dropped more than 2,000 points Friday, and it keeps going. I think we are now officially, I think I checked yesterday, in a bear market, and they were talking about Black Monday, okay? So I know my sister keeps telling me to invest. I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen to her, but I know I won't be able to get my money out for years. Many years. 4th time in history this has done this. I mean, my 401k isn't dropping that much, but I'm not 70 years old, ready to retire. So people are saying they've lost 60 grand. That's kind of scary. I mean, he just goes and plays golf and says basically, who cares? Only the weak will fail. He doesn't give a shit. It's the 4th time in history this has done this. Who was president? Him. He was. Back when COVID hit. This guy can't handle anything. So I think, I know a lot of people will make money off this because they have the patience or they have the youth to wait it out. And usually the stocks will go back up. What are you going to do? I'm leaving it to my sister. I have no idea what goes up, what's a good stock, what's not. I imagine healthcare stocks would be good because everybody's getting sick. The makers of Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep laid off 900 workers. Yeah, probably because what's going on. They're expecting a recession. Apple lost 9%. Nike dropped 14%, and they were saying they were not going to bring their stores, so they weren't going to manufacture in this country. They said they'll sell to other countries. What am I going to wear for shoes? Those are the only shoes I can wear. Unbelievable. I'm just, they already cost me $140. I'm going to have to pay for it, but it's just, how can he show his orange face? I don't understand. He called it like an operation. Basically we need an operation to get better. How about giving him a lobotomy? He wants to plunge the world into a recession. So I think it's 180 or 185 countries that he imposed tariffs on. And guess what? Guess what country was it on? I'll give you one guess. Russia. Fox News reported a trans athlete. So this is what they're talking about. Where everybody's talking about free fall with the stocks. They want you to talk about trans. That a trans athlete competed in Oregon and won because he couldn't win with the boys. So now with the varsity girls, he won the competition. Listen, I know that's not fair. Bruce Jenner did it and he won, so he's a girl. Should he compete with the boys? I don't know. I don't give this a lot of thought, believe me. And I don't mind playing against boys as long as it's not like tackle football. But I remember, and this was for high jump. I remember doing high jump in high school, and I tied a record, and they made me go for the record. I'm like, I don't want to go for the record. I wasn't like a jock. I only tied it. I kept breaking the pole off. But at least I can say I tied a record. Woo! Big freaking deal. A new study showed marriage causes dementia. I believe it. So if you're married, widowed, your risk of dementia significantly is higher than an unmarried or divorced person. Can you imagine? Marriage makes you sick. Well, yeah, like a toxic marriage. They're thinking like, why do single people, why are they happier or have no dementia? I think stress causes everything. Happy social life. Not me. I'm just working. Strip joints on Saturday night. This was published in the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia. Great place for that study. Florida State University College of Medicine and University of Montpelier. They tracked over 24,000 people aged 50 to 104. That's a pretty good sample. And they tracked them for like 18 years. They all started with no dementia or mild cognitive impairment. So like at the beginning of Biden's term and then the end. 21.9% of married and widowed developed dementia. 12.8 and 12.4 divorced and never married did. All right, well, that's like really not a ringing endorsement for marriage. Race, sex, age, education did not have any bearing, nor did lifestyle choice or physical and mental health. The widowed ones were less likely to get it than the married. So I guess, it's okay that he dies or she. Okay, meanwhile, back in Georgia, and The Handmaid's, I'm just going to tell you The Handmaid's Tale's coming up tomorrow. So we're living it. We're living it. Selena Maria Chandler Scott. She's got 4 names. You can tell it's the South. She was arrested in Georgia after having a miscarriage and then putting the dead fetus in a dumpster. I don't know what you're going to do. You can't flush it down the toilet. So these witnesses are saying this, right? This is like Nazi Germany where they tell Jew. Remember they used to tell on their neighbors and stuff if they were suspected Jews. So they're saying, oh, she threw a dead fetus in the dumpster and they arrested her. I just want to know, what is she supposed to do with it? Is she supposed to encase it in glass like Annabelle? I don't understand. So I'm glad I never had to deal with this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So emails show the Social Security Administration canceled contracts with the state of Maine. Remember the governor who said we're going to keep those trans athletes going because it's the law, and he's retaliating. So it's the acting commissioner of Social Security, Leland Dudek. He asked his staff about what contracts Maine had with the Social Security Administration. Emails were obtained by Representative Jerry Connolly, the Democrat, who's in the House Oversight Committee. So Dudek told his staff to cancel the contracts. Are they so stupid that they have it in writing? I mean, I don't get it. So it makes it more difficult to track births and deaths in Maine, preventing fraud across the government agencies which use Social Security records to predict or prevent. I can't read my freaking writing. What is this? I can't read it. Okay, something. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm giving you half of it. I'm dead. Okay. Associated Press. Russell Brand. I never liked this guy. I got to tell you, I look in his eyes and he looks maniacal. Charged with rape. This was like a long time ago. I guess the statute of limitations didn't run out. This was between 1999 and 2005. And it's 4 women. 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape. Ooh. Ugh. 2 counts of sexual assault. So he obviously is saying he didn't do it. You know what? Remember when he was married to Katy Perry and she was complaining about him wanting sex like 8 times a day? He's a sex addict. He said he was a sex addict, didn't he? And a druggie. I don't like his eyes. You look at his eyes, there's something going on. He looks like Charles Manson or something. He said it was consensual. Okay, like who says, yeah, I did it? Yeah, I raped. Yeah, I did it. I can't breathe in here. I'm sorry. I'm like stuffed up. My allergies are killing me. So this Wisconsin Supreme Court has a liberal woman on there. She's like the Ruth Bader Ginsburg of the court. So Elon couldn't buy it with $24 million. Oh, I love it. Keep spending your money. Why couldn't he just like give $24 million to St. Jude's or something? Or like this guy. I don't like this guy. It's all about control. It's all about control. Not a good person. So I don't feel sorry for him. The firm YouGov, a market research firm, only 9% would purchase a Tesla. That's what they said. Also listed 20 automakers. Tesla ranks 19th, right above Buick. And we all know no one under 90 drives a Buick, you know? The average buyer is 90 years old. My mother drives a Buick. I would never buy a Buick. I know they're good cars, but they're too damn big. How am I going to fit in a parking spot? Whew. Winston Churchill said you can always count on Americans to do the right thing after they've tried everything else. I kind of like it. Word on the street has the Tesla board of directors has asked Elon to step down. Step down off your own company. He's bad news, man. That's what happens when you get involved with Trump. Washington Post reported NSA Director Mike Waltz conducted government business on his personal Gmail. They talk about Hillary Clinton. Whew. These are idiots. What do you expect? Like, I don't really care. I just think these guys are not going to keep us safe. I don't really care if he does it on his personal email. But, like, the security guy? Really? Frida Ice Cream is offering breast milk ice cream. Oh, my God. Really? Who's going to get this? Maybe guys that haven't been breastfed? I don't really get it. Why would they even offer that? JP Morgan now says a risk of a recession is 60%. That's what people were saying at the home show this weekend. We're in a recession. Telling my manager that I'm addicted to these things. That they're scared that they're in a recession. And he's like, oh, no, we're not. Or he just doesn't. He's a Trump supporter. They're all in denial. Like, oh, everything's great. He's doing a great job. Okay. I guess they're having some meeting today, maybe to try to change his mind, because he does it like all the time. He changes his mind. Researcher found that more than 99% of dogs in the United States have a behavioral problem. Well, what about cats? Can't you study my cat? She's on crack, the way she acts. I don't know. Okay. Republican Congressman Andy Ogles, Andy of Tennessee, introduced a House resolution to allow a president to a third term. Okay, come on, Obama. Yes, I love it. They're thinking that they're going to change the 22nd Amendment. They're working on it, as Steve Bannon would say. Trump said he doesn't care if people pay more. I mean, who cares if we can't afford food or cars? I mean, I feel bad for the seniors on Social Security, like my mother. The Michigan Supreme Court ruled the smell of pot alone in a car is not enough for probable cause search. It is on OPD, on Patrol Live. I see it all the time. Danny Brown, South Carolina. He can smell it a mile away. Got probable cause to search. Well, not in Michigan, you don't. The Journal of American College of Cardiology says marijuana users, thank God I'm not anymore, under 50 are 6 times more likely to have a heart attack. What about over 50? Thank God I'm good for now. They're 4 times more likely to have a stroke. Oh, my God. I thought it calmed you down. So what isn't clear is how it's consumed. Like either you're vaping, you're smoking, you're eating it. I never liked eating it it's a different kind of high. Oh, my God. I don't want people to hear me yelling. Tesla stock dropped. The value of Tesla stock dropped in half. Oh my, can he really? I guess he can afford to lose billions, but why would he want to? He's on the verge of an emotional breakdown on Fox. Did you see him? I don't know why they're doing this. Why, if they don't want to buy my cars, why did they don't buy them? Why are you vandalizing it? You're such a bad person. And look what he does with his chainsaw. An Instagram user commented in response to Tom Sandoval's return to podcasting, telling him to do the world a favor and kill himself. I know the guy's annoying, but isn't that a bit much? What about that guy opening fire on Walgreens? He was pissed off at pharmacies. Listen, I get it. Drugs are expensive and they're out of control, but why would you want to ruin your life because you're pissed off? I don't understand. According to Fortune.com, Target is the target of boycotting for their elimination of DEI programs. They're starting to close some stores. I guess they said the gays are doing it. There's a lot of gays in Target. There's a lot of gays that work in Target. Okay, I forgot to talk about this last week. Quickly, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills They already past the finale. They did the reunion. The reunion part 2 is tomorrow. Garcelle quit. I mean, they were on her. I know it's because they're just stomping all over her and she can't take it anymore. So on the finale, a man, I just want to say they were on their vacation. A man delivered a giant bag of ice to Kathy Hilton because she was hot. She's like a queen or something. And then she said she peed in her pants. She had to go to the bathroom. This is like getting old is wonderful. On Watch What Happens Live, Garcelle said she married for love, insinuating Erica married for money. Yeah, it's not really revelation. Erica said we both married ugly white guys that cheated on us. Yeah, Garcelle's husband wasn't good looking. And she's pretty, you know. Erica said she wished Garcelle would be more interesting. That's true. Garcelle really doesn't really date or anything. Maybe that's the truth, but it's all about her kids. I don't want to see people with their kids. I don't care. You know, like the Valley. That's why I'm not really getting into the Valley. I don't really care about that stuff. What else is going on? Jennifer Tilly talked about her divorce. It was funny because I was watching her on high stakes poker because she's always playing with a bunch of men. And she's like, this was like recorded a while ago. Oh, I'm going on a reality show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she said she's a friend of, so the cameras aren't everywhere. She said her boyfriend, Phil Locke, didn't want to be filmed in his pajamas in the morning. They really get you. Like when they used to get Jax like taking a shit on the toilet. So Jennifer talked about her divorce when they had $700,000 in the bank and he offered her $350,000 and she was advised to get a divorce attorney. She got a piece of The Simpsons. She goes, I'm not buying diamonds on Chucky money. She's hysterical. She says Chucky money pays for her snacks. This is why I love her. She's great. Okay, the reunion. Sutton gave Garcelle a gift bag with a vibrator. You know those rabbit ones? You know, one of those. They got the one for the, you know what, the pleasure center and other, you know, okay, I don't want to get into it because my mother watches the show. They're very popular, the rabbit ones, owned by a lot of single women, straight and gay alike. It looked purple. I don't think I would do that. A purple one. Dorit is a social cis smoker. I don't even know what that means. Probably because when she, like, I call it stress smoking. And everybody loved that she smokes, which is kind of ridiculous. Dorit left questions about PK's sobriety. She said he's possibly relapsed. He doesn't really talk like it, though. Rumors have their home in what the hell's pre-foreclosure? Kyle was accused of not talking about Morgan. Garcelle did it. Sutton says she's trying to protect Morgan. Well, Morgan doesn't want to be part of the show. And Kyle said, I think you are mean girls. You two, Garcelle and Sutton. And then they go, if you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. No, we don't want to be a lesbian. It just happens. Kyle said Garcelle made that comment to embarrass her. I mean, it depends on where it comes. Are you embarrassed to be gay? Then you're going to be embarrassed. If you're not embarrassed, then nothing can embarrass you. Like, who cares about that? It's like insinuating being gay is embarrassing. I don't really like that. Andy brought up Garcelle thought Dorit's home invasion was staged. I have to say, it was strange. She didn't have the alarm on, and the invaders left her phone out in the front. Who would do that? I think that's very suspicious, if you want to say. I'm not saying she did it, or I just think it's suspicious. Like, what kind of, I'm going to rob you, and then here you can go call the cops. All right, guys, I got to let my cat out. She's being locked up. I had to give her some treats. Next week, I'm going to probably still do this show on Monday for the foreseeable future because they're working me to death. I'm going to die soon. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Keep subscribing. It's getting better as far as you guys listening longer. I got to keep you through the whole show. I can't get boring. Love you. Bye.